My name is Maria, and I'm 58 years old now. But back then, at 53, I faced the deepest wound a mother could endure. It was a warm June evening when I stood trembling in my son Antonio's grand home, surrounded by strangers in fancy clothes. The birthday cake sat untouched, its pink frosting glowing under the lights, golden candles flickering like mocking eyes. I had come uninvited, just to deliver a handmade quilt for the baby they were expecting, a simple white piece with sunny yellow blooms stitched along the edges, each thread woven with my prayers and love. But oh, how my world shattered when Victoria, my daughter-in-law, spotted me. Her eyes blazed with rage, her tall frame in that elegant burgundy gown towering over me. "Get out of here, you wretched old crone," she spat, her voice slicing through the room like a knife. "You weren't invited. Nobody wants you here." The guests froze, whispers dying in the air. A glass slipped from someone's hand, shattering on the marble floor. And my Antonio? He just laughed. A nervous, hollow chuckle that pierced me worse than her words. My legs wobbled. My heart pounded so fiercely I feared it might burst. How had a mother's devotion turned into such shame? For 28 years I raised Antonio alone, after his father vanished one dawn, leaving only a scribbled note. "I can't do this anymore. Sorry." Just 4 words, but I had my boy, and that was my anchor. I scrubbed floors in strangers' homes, my knees aching, my hands rough as sandpaper. I hawked empanadas on rainy street corners, no matter the weather, so Antonio could have fresh shoes, crisp notebooks, and a proper birthday with a store-bought cake. He was my everything, my light through the endless nights. When he earned his engineering degree, I wept with joy so loud the neighbors came knocking, thinking tragedy had struck. But no, it was pure pride, knowing every blister was worth it. Then he met Victoria, elegant, from a well-off family, with her polished education and striking beauty. I thought, what a gift for my son. He deserves someone so refined. Our first meeting, I brought a hearty stew I'd simmered all day. It was midsummer, the air thick with spices. She smiled thinly. "Thank you, Mother, but I avoid rich, spicy dishes. They don't suit my tastes." Antonio said nothing, and from that moment a chill settled. Visits grew strained, my calls intrusive, my small gifts dismissed. "We have staff for that, Mother. We manage just fine." And my boy? Silent as stone. That fateful night, I dropped the quilt at the door and fled into the city lights, tears scorching my cheeks. Back in my tiny apartment, I sank into the worn rocking chair where I'd soothed Antonio through fevers as a child. I clutched my late mother's rosary, its blue beads cool against my skin. Dear Lord, where did I falter? Hours later, frantic knocks shook the door. It was Antonio, eyes puffy and red, trembling. "Mama, forgive me, please." His voice broke like glass. Sometimes we place our faith in the wrong souls. Have you ever felt betrayed by the one you cherished most?
As I sat there in the dim light of my apartment, rosary beads slipping through my fingers, Antonio's pleas echoed outside the door. "Mama, open up. I beg you." But I hesitated, letting the memories flood over me like a gentle wave, carrying me back to simpler times when he was solely mine. He was barely 3 when his father left, that cruel note on the table our only farewell. Yet, with Antonio's tiny hand in mine, I found strength. Our mornings in that cramped space were filled with the scent of fresh dough as I prepared empanadas to sell before dawn. He'd toddle in, pajamas rumpled, eyes sleepy. "Mama, school time?" "Not yet, my treasure. Come, have your warm milk and bread." Sometimes it was just rice and beans, but he never fussed, bless his heart. I'd rush him to school, then scrub homes till my back screamed, kitchen spotless, windows gleamin'. But picking him up, seeing his backpack bounce as he ran yelling, "Mama!" it melted every ache away. Sundays were sacred. We'd stroll to the park, munch on spiced corn cobs under shady oaks. He'd spin tales of brave knights and enchanted forests. "When I'm big, Mama, I'll get you a mansion with gardens so you never clean again." I'd ruffle his hair. "Just learn well, my love. That's all I ask." And he learned, he did, poring over books while I mended clothes by lamplight. Math puzzled me. I'd barely finished grade school, but we tricked to the library together. "It's fine, Mama. You do so much already." At 15, I juggled extra gigs selling lotions and containers door to door for his modest party, neighbors, school pals, a pot of stew, and a bakery cake. Blowing out candles, he hugged me tight. "I love you, Mama. Thanks for it all." It felt like gold. The university acceptance letter brought tears from us both. We did this, Mama. College meant more grind for me, him slinging coffee on weekends. He'd bring home trinkets, a scarf from a market stall, to keep you warm. I treasured it like jewels. Graduation day, in my finest floral dress and heirloom earrings, I beamed as he crossed the stage. "This is my Mama, the toughest woman alive," he told his friends. But then Victoria entered, and the shift was subtle at first. Calls shortened, visits sparse. "Busy with work, Mama. Victoria and I have plans." I tried to understand. Love changes things. Yet deep down, I sensed I was fading from his world. That night, after the humiliation, I finally opened the door. Antonio stumbled in, suit rumpled, tie askew. "Mama, I don't know how to say it." "Then don't." Silence hung heavy. What followed my departure? He sighed shakily. Victoria raged. "You spoiled her night, always intruding. Guests fled, eyeing me like a spineless fool." "And you were," I said, the truth slipping out raw. He wept. "I know. That laugh. I was terrified, just wanted her to hush. But you wounded me deepest." He confessed her threats. No more visits, no meeting the baby. Our child won't see poverty, ignorance. Her words stung like venom. I gazed out at the twinkling city, the same view that watched me raise him. It began that first visit here. I scrubbed everything, made your favorite mole. She eyed it all like a specimen of squalor, declined the food politely, but coldly. Antonio bowed his head. "You're right. I let her belittle you." "What did you see tonight?" "That she doesn't love me, just the prestige. When I defended you, she forced a choice, her or you." My pulse raced. "And," he whispered, "I fled here." I sat, rosary in lap, and in a moment of weakness I faltered. Perhaps I urged showing up uninvited. "No, Mama, your family." But I pressed. "Her home, her rules. For the baby's sake, I'll apologize. Visit only when called." It burned, but losing him terrified me more. He knelt, pleading no, but I urged him home. He hugged me fiercely. "I love you." And he went. That night, something in me withered. Have you ever sacrificed your pride for love's sake, only to question if it was right?
In the weeks that followed, I became a shadow of myself, drifting through days like a ghost. Calls to Antonio dwindled. I waited for his, keeping them brief. "How's Victoria? The pregnancy?" "All good, Mama." Lies. We weren't good. I felt diminished, an unwelcome echo. I tucked the quilt away, unsure it'd ever be wanted. Neighbors noticed. "Maria, you're so withdrawn." "Just weary, dear." But one knew better. "It's your boy, isn't it?" No reply needed. A month on, Antonio called. "Mama, Victoria wants to meet, the three of us, to mend fences." Hope flickered. "When?" "Saturday, 4 p.m. I arrived punctual, heart hopeful. Victoria sat regal, belly swelling at 5 months, in a soft beige frock. No smile. "Good day, Mother." "And to you." Antonio beside her, tense. She launched in coldly. "Boundaries are essential for harmony." My chest heightened. What boundaries? "No unannounced visits. Call first, we'll approve. No bringing meals, we have help. Visits post-birth, once weekly to avoid confusion. And," she fixed me with ice, "no tales of your hardships, your sacrifices. Our child grows in privilege. No pity, no debts owed." Air fled my lungs. What? He won't hear of struggles. I glanced at Antonio. He stared floorward. This wasn't mending. It was erasure. As I trudged home under gathering clouds, her words looped. "Erase your life. No kitty." I slumped in my apartment, feeling utterly displaced, even from my son's heart. 3 weeks later, fate twisted while mopping at Mrs. Thompson's, wealthy neighborhood kin to Antonio's. She chatted loudly with a friend in the parlor. "That engineer's wife, Victoria, in the corner mansion." My mop froze. "Yes? She's poor fella clueless who he wed. Knew her 5 years back, assistant at my spouse's firm. Affair with the married boss. Scandal erupted. Wife confronted her publicly. Victoria quit after squeezing hush money." The room spun. "Sure? Absolutely. Shameless. Changed name, remade herself. Now flaunting perfection." I finished work numb, mind racing. Did Antonio know? Home, I dialed him. "Son, urgent, about Victoria's past. Mama, we set rules. Follow them. Heard from Mrs. Thompson's pal. Affair, scandal, extortion." "Stop. Gossip. Jealousy? You're ruining us." Tears stung. "Protecting you. Ask her." "I trust her. No more calls like this or more distance." Click. He hung up, choosing her lies over me. I crumpled, rosary in hand, sobbing for what I'd lost. Days later, a text from unknown. "Maria, Claudia here. Worked with Victoria. Heard you're her mother-in-law. Must talk. Call." Hand shook. Was it trap or truth? What would you do? Call or ignore? That message haunted my sleepless night, glowing like a warning. Trap from Victoria or Revelation. By dawn, coffee brewing with a hint of spice as my mama taught, I resolved, call. Truth demands facing, no matter the storm. At 8 a.m., I dialed. Claudia? Yes, Maria, thanks for ringing. How'd you get my number? Mrs. Thompson mentioned you. What must I know? Not phone. Meet. Corner diner, 11 a.m. Blue top, specs. Click. I arrived early, coffee jittery in hand. She entered, mid-30s, short hair, bag slung. Maria? We sat. She fidgeted. Strange, I know, but Victoria, you must hear. Tell. 5 years ago, consulting firm, assistant to married boss Robert Hayes, 3 kids. Affair started subtle, but she flaunted power. Later rivals ignored bosses. Wife got hotel photos. Office showdown, screams. Victoria's stone cold is, if he's straying, blame your home. I winced. Wife left broken. Victoria extorted Robert. $50,000 or lawsuit claiming abuse. He paid, she vanished, name changed. Claudia slid a folder. Articles, photos, statements. Not vengeance. Saw her recently, pregnant, smug. Thought of the wreckage. Your son deserves truth, that child a honest home. I clutched it, trembling. Thanks. Hard part, deciding action. He won't believe easy. She's painted you villain. She left. I lingered. Folder heavy as fate. Home, I hid it with rosary, quilt, and old photos. My sacreds. I'd wait for right time. Lies crumble eventually. 2 months blurred. Brief calls. Antonio distant. Baby's a boy, healthy. Blessing, but shadow loomed. Then another call, unknown. Maria? Patricia Hayes, Robert's wife? Breath caught. Claudia gave number. Warn you, she shattered us. Kids in therapy. Saw her online, pregnant, sickened. Protect your son. I have proof, but he disbelieves. Push harder. You're losing him anyway. Save with truth. Click. She was right. No perfect moment, only now. Next day, folder ready, I called Antonio. Come at 6, urgent. About what? Please. He arrived weary, iron folder. What's this? Truth, son. Listen fully, then decide. Photos out. Scandal article. Victoria's past. Affair, extortion, family ruined. He scanned, shaken. Where from? Co-worker who witnessed. More docs. Can't be. Call her. Ask. But he phoned Victoria. Come now, clear this. Fear flashed in her eyes upon arrival, seeing papers. True? Sebastian demanded. She smiled coldly. So what? Opportunity seized. He was weak. You lied. Young, needed funds. Destroyed? His fault. I rose. Deceiver. You hid to trap him. Bitter hag, your son chose me for class, future. I've won. You'll vanish from our lives. Antonio silenced her, but she stormed out. We're leaving. He followed. Glance pained. I slid down, weeping. Lost him, but dignity intact. Lies topple in time. Ever revealed a shattering truth, risking all? That confrontation's echo lingered like a bruise, days blurring into darkness. I'd rise, work,
returned to stare blankly. Neighbor Rosa knocked. Eaten, Maria? Yes. Lie. Company? No. Another. But Faith whispered, hold on. At Mrs. Thompson's, laptop open, Victoria's post, beaming pregnant. See this? Scrolled comments. Hypocrite. I know your secrets. Debts repay. Enemies abound, she said. Justice comes slow. Nodded, but ache persisted. Inspired, I retrieved quilt, washed, ironed, wrote note. Dearest grandson, unknown yet but loved. Your Papa Noble. I'm Grandma Maria. This quilt's prayers for your joy. Love endures. Sewed note hidden, wrapped, left at their door midday. No knock. Bus home, tears flowing. Perhaps trashed, but love sent. Night, Antonio called. Found quilt, letter, beautiful. Heart soared. Victoria wants discard. I hid it. Fine, son. Confused, Mama. Your words ring true, not manipulator. Seek truth yourself. Scared. Fear no barrier to right. He wept. Love you. Peace settled. Doubt seated. 3 weeks. Baby near. Returning home. Call. Hospital. Dr. Lopez. Antonio's wife in labor. Complications. Emergency surgery. He needs you. Raced there, rosary clutched. Prayed for all. Even Victoria. Found Antonio shattered. Mama. Hugged fierce. Scared. Here now. Hours agonizing. Doctor. Stable. Baby healthy. 7 pounds, 3 ounces. Relief floods. Nursery. Tiny. Perfect. Named Mateo. Gorgeous. Want in his life, Mama, despite her. Clarity in eyes. Questioned her. Inconsistencies. Nurse. Wife awake? Come? No. You go. Alone, gazing at Mateo, I knew. Truth budding. Weeks odd. Visits when Victoria absent. Held Mateo, sang lullabies. Like your papa. Antonio watched. Softer. Once arrived late. She at door. Too tardy. Next week. Slam. Antonio furious. Not right. Let be. But shift grew. 2 months post-birth, Antonio called tense. Come now. House empty. Victoria left with Mateo. To her mom's. Why? Sought truth. Called Claudia, others, even Robert. All same. Manipulator. Destroyer. Sobs. Why blind? Needed own eyes. Love her? Idea. Not her. Today? Confronted, she exploded, called me ungrateful, regretted Mateo, Body ruined. Horror. Told leave. Space. She, lawyers, take all. Fight, son. Have you waited as truth unfolded, silent yet steadfast?
Hellish days ensued. Victoria silent, save threats. Antonio lawyered up. Strong case, testimonies key. But custody battle loomed. Cafe post meet. Lose Mateo? No, truth prevails. 3 weeks no sight. Then call Victoria's mom. She's unwell, crying, neglecting baby. Come tomorrow, she's out. We went. Mateo cried, unkempt. Antonio scooped him. My boy. Her mom. Raised her best, but selfish always. Take him. He needs love. We did. Victoria raged phone. Return him. Your mom said neglect. Witnesses. Silence. Needed a break. Exhausting. Then no motherhood. Click. Mask crumbled. Friend called Antonio. Knew her secrets. Mocked Robert. Ashamed now. Testify if needed. Others emerged exposing her. Alone she faded. Mom distanced. Friends fled. Divorce filed. Month later, my phone. Maria Victoria, weak. Ruined all. Crying. Sorry, cruel, horrible. Truly or loss-driven? Both. Can't forgive yet, hurt deep. Change from within. Click. She signed papers, shared custody, vanished quietly. Years later spotted her, alone, dimmed, no glamour. Life's debts collected, not revenge, consequences. Ever seen a wrongdoer's fall from their own deeds? 5 years since that party nightmare, thinking I'd lost Antonio forever. Now, Mateo romps in my garden at 5, eyes like his dad's, grin infectious. Grandma, heart swells. Antonio divorced 4 years back, arduous but freed him. Mateo weekends here, Antonio drops him. Your fave grandkid? Only one yet, he winks. Met Sophia a year ago. Teacher, warm laugh. Maria honors strongest woman. Genuine. She aids kitchen, hears tales, loves Mateo as own. Victoria visits monthly from Mateo. Small apartment now, no flash. At first avoided me, honked from car. But months back, knocked. Talk? Invited in. Coffee. Start beginning. Post-scandal, remade self. Antonio, security, not love. You scared me. Real sacrifice mirrored my fakeness. Attacked to hide. Forgive? Yes, not weakness, but release pain. She wept. I felt pity. Justice, her suffering self-inflicted. That day, rosary out. Thanks, strength, family return. Family now. Antonio, Sophia, Mateo, neighbors over for meals. Not ideal, but true. Suffering taught. Dignity over vengeance. Truth wins. Love endures. Mother's strength boundless. Justice silent, consequential. Have you turned deep pain into wisdom? Tonight, post-dinner, armchair calls. Rosary in hand. Pray for women like me.
rejected, humiliated for loving. Strength to them, truth emerges. My story, lost son, regained through dignity, patience, faith. If AIDS won, tears worthwhile. Pain transforms. Caterpillars to butterflies. We fly. Tonight, post-dinner, armchair calls. Rosary in hand, pray for women like me. Rejected, humiliated for loving. Strength to them, truth emerges. My story, lost son, regained through dignity, patience, faith. If AIDS won, tears worthwhile. Pain transforms, caterpillars to butterflies. We fly.